If you haven't watched the video on how the Bang recordings changed Van Morrison and directly led to Astral Weeks, click the card above.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Astral Weeks.
Now, Astral Weeks blends Celtic folk, jazz, improvisational blues, soul poetry, stream of consciousness storytelling. It's less a collection of songs and more a single emotional journey. Even though it was recorded in New York, the album is spiritually connected to Belfast. And of course, since this is Van Morrison, he didn't come to the studio with a rigid roadmap for these songs. He met the studio musicians during recording, not talking about the material, finding common ground. This is Van Morrison. He's grumpy. He just played and expected them to catch up. We have guitarist Jay Berliner, I don't know how to say his last name perfectly, who avoided traditional rock accompaniment and played delicate counter melodies. Jazz bassist Richard Davis leads the sound of the album by using his instrument as almost a conversationalist, dancing around Van's voice. See, the thing is about Astral Weeks is this was mostly improvised. Yeah, sure, the songs that had existed prior. Van had acoustic rhythm and lyrics, but that's really it. You see, the musicians were encouraged to stretch out and react naturally. The album's famously floating, dreamlike quality comes from that spontaneity. Several tracks were essentially built in the room as they were recorded. You see, after the live recordings were finished, Warner Brothers had strings and horns added. And of course, this pissed off Van because, according to him, it wasn't a part of the live magic that happened in studio. See, he believed that they changed the record into something that wasn't his original vision. Now, listen, of course, he's gotten over this, but again, I think the mystical flow is directly tied to the fact that no one talk to each other. It's an album built on interpretation. And, Van has played this live since, not often. He did a reinterpretation for the Hollywood Bowl, but strings have been accompanied since, so obviously he's kind of forgiven and realized that's a very important part of the album. Song-wise, we get the masterful opening track with one of the best opening lyrics, with Astral Weeks.
If I ventured in the slipstream between the viaducts of your dream.
One of my favorites ever, Cypress Avenue and its hypnotic, sweeping, chamber-esque music.
I think I'll go walk by the river with my cherry wine.
And, for Van to get out of his band contract, he had to include two songs from that era on this album. So we have the reimagining of Besides You and Madame George, the later being a beautiful, gorgeous stream of consciousness song. See, when I think of Astral Weeks, I think of recently Ethan Hawke said something that I think perfectly sums up the album here.
Wait, don't turn it off. It's just getting started.
And I will drink the clear, clean water.
I don't want to say, but I'm instantly in my favorite apartment in New York, fall in love with somebody who shall remain nameless, but she's here.
Now, this isn't the easiest listen for the uninformed, but if you could find the right mindset, I always say if you get married or fall in love, this is the perfect album. If you come back from a funeral, it's the perfect album. I think it's an album of extremes because of just the nature of how it flows. But this is the album that I think represents the river from the book Siddhartha. It's the constant flow of life and the unity of all existence.
It's never the wrong time to play this album. Road trip, seduction evening, even a party.
Transcendent.
That's the word we were looking for.